You're listening to Melissa Gorga on Display with me, Melissa Gorga, on Podcast One.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Wait. You just got invited here to this table to talk to me, and you already said sex 7 times.
No.
Oh, my God.
No, it's because...
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Melissa Gorga on Display. I'm so excited about my guest today, and I know you guys will be too, because you always ask for us to do this together. So, back by popular demand, once again, I have Mr. Joe Gorga here.
Woo, in the house.
Oh my God! Do you remember that Arsenio Hall used to have like a show back in the day, and the whole audience used to be like, "Who?"
Yeah.
I mean, that's dating us. That had to be like in the 80s or the 90s.
Those were the good old days.
Do you know what show I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember. They don't have TV like that anymore, right? There's
No, I feel like
that.
no, like the Oprahs, the Arsenio Hall show. What else was there? I mean, there was like Maury Povich, right? I think he just got canceled recently. All of those like TV shows. And then on Fridays, it used to be like TGIF. Do you remember that? Like you would watch all the shows in the world. It was like Full House came on. And then it's like that the other show came on.
You know
like, what you talking about, Willis?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I used to like those Cinemax late night shows.
Of course you did, because you're a freak of
not,
nature.
No, they were so hot.
You waited
and sexy.
for the late night like freaky thing to go on.
No.
That was like you didn't have to pay for it, and like you waited for your parents to go to bed, and so they can like roll in silk sheets and turn you on.
No, I remember when you came into bed and I used to put it on at night.
You're
right?
so weird. I do not want to hear this.
And you
right
liked
now.
it. You got in the mood.
I didn't
you did.
like it.
Yes, you did.
It's Cinemax.
Then remember when I got you in the mood?
No, I don't want to have this discussion. This is why you're not going to be invited to this podcast any longer.
That's why.
I just,
I started putting those sexy movies on, and she liked it, and then we got into a little. Which is, listen, people.
Sexy movies. Stop acting like that was like a thing. Like, how do I jump on this subject of Oprah? And somehow we're talking about sexy movies long time ago.
Because we're just talking about the past and what was nice in the past. Okay. It felt good. It was good. And it kept our relationship good. It for a moment there, for like 5-6 years, it was we were watching into that, right? Remember? Think about that. Every relationship, we've been together now 18 years, and we've switched in different ways. Our sexual life's changed.
Wait. You just got invited here to this table to talk to me, and you already said sex 7 times.
No.
Oh, my God.
No, it's because, if there wasn't any sex, there'd be no relationship. Let's make that clear.
Yes, there is. What about like trust and respect and
that is
and enjoying it? What about just being funny, right? Someone has to make you laugh. Someone has to be intelligent. I look for intelligent conversation.
But let me explain something.
As I get older,
if we were together 18 years, let's just say and there was no sex, right? And we were just funny and intelligent conversations. You, as a woman, are gonna get bored too. You will.
Yeah, you'd probably look for sex somewhere else.
Yeah, you're going to look for it. You're going to be rubbing all over the place.
But I can't just have, so there also can't be a relationship where you just have good sex and there's no intelligent conversation. But I'm not, or you have nothing in common.
I wasn't talking about just good sex. I was just talking about.
No. I was talking about Oprah, and you are talking about late night cinema.
Right, and we were just talking about TV shows, how they used to be. They don't have that anymore. So those were the good movies.
So when's the last time that you watched something like that on
TV?
Cinemax?
Nothing.
Like
it's over.
How many years? 10 years ago?
Yeah, how long was that? I just remember like those were cool, ago. And they were just into it. And then I used to put that on at night after we watched the news.
That's the
laying
one
in
that
bed,
you don't need like the
like
access
11.
code, right? It just comes on after like 11 or,
right.
or 11:30 TV, and it didn't show anything. They just show like kissing and rubbing.
Well, yeah, right. But it was
sheets.
But it was so hot and sexy that you got in the mood, I got in the mood. It was nice.
Oh my God, this is an X-rated podcast. No, enough.
So that was like a 5 to 6 year moment in our life. So what I'm saying is, in a relationship, we've been married 18 years. Things have changed.
17 years. 17, not 18.
Okay, we're going on 18 years. So what I'm saying is, every like 5 to 6 years, our sexual relationship is changing in certain ways.
Oh, is it? So
Yeah.
I just wanted you to come here to talk to me today, and you've said sex 19 times now.
Well, I was just talking about a TV show, and we just brought that up. I'm not here to talk about sex, but it was pretty nice. We could talk about it.
Oh, my God.
So that was pretty good. I'm just saying, out of 17 years, if it has changed a few times. Like now we're in like this different element, right? It's just like more like quickies and shit, which I kind of hate. I like a quickie, but not all the time.
We're in the quickie element right now.
It's like that, and the kids are knocking on the door and they're walking.
Yeah, this is not.
Disgusting.
This is more of like a business. Like hurry up and get it done.
Get it over with. Get it done. I hate that. You know.
Why are we doing that? Why is this happening?
It's
because of our the
crazy
situation,
life,
the age of the kids,
and you too. You're like, get me during the day or get me earlier. It's done. Don't get me. At night. And then because you flip out and shit.
Because now we go out to dinners. I know, I feel like when you first start dating and when you first people who are married for the first 5 years, most people are like, oh, it's Saturday night sex, or it's like Friday night sex, right? So it's like you go to a nice dinner, everyone has a couple cocktails, you go home, and it's like you talk and stare at each other all night, right? And then you go home and have sex on Friday and Saturday night
all night.
Well, no, then it's like a whole thing. It's like you take all the clothes off, you're studying.
I love it.
You study the body, you do the whole thing, now as I get older and we go out for these dinners and we drink a bottle of wine, you can't bring me in this house at 11:30 or 12 o'clock with a full stomach and be like, come on. Because I'm like, no way. I'm putting my pajamas on and I'm going to bed and I'm completely full. So I think what you're trying to say is it's better you're doing the quickie before we even leave for dinner.
Yeah, because now she's like, get me before, and I make sure I get her before, because then it's over.
Why do you make it sound like a little dog in heat?
Because that's how men are. What do you want me to do, man? I wasn't born this way. God made us this way. You know?
I mean, we never really had a specific. We never did that. I feel like you feel like during the weekends it's like a must.
Yeah, because it's a weekend. Come on, man.
No, I can't go by you. You would feel like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Friday.
Can't go by
it's
me.
Sunday.
Yeah, you got to go by me because everyone thinks the same.
You know what your dad taught you, and I know this because he used to tell you this, and now you have tried to put this on me. That if you're on vacation, it's like, oh, it's every day on vacation because I'm not working and it has to be every day. And I think that's a little unreasonable.
Listen, I'm so glad that my father taught me something because he had an amazing, loving marriage that he respected his wife and loved her. I doubt
your cute little mom used to do it every day on vacation.
Yeah, she did.
No way.
Get
out of here.
Want to bet?
I don't even want to have this discussion. This is terrible. God rest their souls.
I know, but I look up to her. She took care of her man, and that's why he stayed faithful, and he loved her. He always, every time he talked about his wife, he's like, my baby, I love her.
Yeah, he spoke about her
she
very
wasn't
highly.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about it because this can help a lot of people's relationship. She wasn't like a bitch, get off me. No, not tonight. A man when he wants.
Am I like that?
No, but once in a while you get like that.
Thank you. I think I'm allowed to get like that once in a while.
But it's nasty. It's disgusting. Even if you don't want to, if you don't want it, just say, baby, honey, not now, not today.
I would love to speak to you in that tone.
It's the nastiness. It's like, no. Okay.
Because you sometimes don't not understand. Even now, I mean, we have a bunch of divorced friends, right? And it's like, what's the dating rules now? A lot of girls like to say, oh, I don't do this. I've never done this before.
Yeah, I only had sex with one, or no, the girls would be like, I only had sex with 3 guys, but you got to times that by 3.
What?
Yeah, because they lie. Yeah, I only had sex with.
And what about you guys? You guys lie.
We lie. Yeah, guys, what they'll tell you is, I had sex with 100 women when they really had 9.
Oh, so you guys get to double your numbers.
We triple and quadruple. Not me. I don't.
We have to lie about how many.
Yeah, and girls are like, I only had sex with 5 guys, and it's 55.
I think guys overestimate and girls underestimate.
I agree. 100%. So, by the way, I just missed those Showtime and Cinemax movies, but
oh my God! First words out of your mouth. I'm talking about Oprah, Facts of Life, Full House. I mean, come on, Different Strokes, and you want to talk about late night.
How about the
Cinemax.
cartoons? the Jetsons.
Oh my God, the Jetsons
and Freddie Pebbles.
What about Fraggle Rock? Fraggle Rock. Oh my God. This is like nostalgic right now.
Yeah, those were the good old days. Tom and Jerry.
No, that's like too old. Awesome. That's too old. I'm talking about like Fraggle Rock and the Jetsons and Garfield, the little cat Garfield.
I hated that one. I never put that on. Let's just switch right by that.
Oh, my God. Anyway, guys, this is a special episode this week because we're just taking questions from the fans. So Joe and I are here, and we just wanted to take some questions from the fans. So I asked on Instagram what you guys want us to talk about or what questions you might have. So that is definitely what we're going to do today. But before we get into that, I'll have you guys know that I am prepping for the reunion. I'm going crazy, like trying to find my reunion dress and the color scheme. And I'll give you guys a little inside scoop. Like, we were supposed to pick between 3 colors, and I can't say what colors they were, right? But all 7 of us, chose the same color out of the 3.
Really?
Yes, there was like one person who did not pick that color. So then the producers and the stylists and everyone are emailing us and texting us like crazy, like, okay, you need to pick a second choice. You need to pick a second choice. And everyone knows I'm the roughest in this category. Like, the producers know, like, Melissa's going to give us the hardest time because I'm very adamant about what I pick. Like, I'm not finding a second dress. I don't want to look for a second dress. Like, it took me that long to find this one. Like, call someone else. Like, that's, and it's kind of like, it's just my way. It's kind of, I don't like to switch my dress. So I guess I was like, yeah, no, can't find anything else, right? Then they ask you again a couple days later, you have a second choice? Nope, sorry, still can't find anything. And I guess that's kind of like the game that all of the other girls were playing as well. Mm-hmm. So we just got an email today saying, all right, fine, you're all going to wear such and such color because nobody's finding another color dress.
Really?
So at the reunion, you're going to see us all pretty much in the same color because we are just
screw them. Screw them. That's what Bravo gets. If they should be buying their own, they should be buying you guys dresses.
Well, we do buy our own reunion dresses.
Yeah.
We do buy our own.
They should be buying the dresses. Listen, you're going to wear this one. You're going to wear that one. You're going to wear that.
Yeah, but listen, a reunion dress is a very personal taste. It's a very personal taste.
Okay.
So it's like you need to pick what you want. Now, I don't want someone else picking out my reunion dress. By the way, it's the most grueling 12 hours of my life. This already. Literally, you start hair and makeup at 7 a.m. They start busing you over to the studio, wherever it is. They start taking you over there. You're in the chairs by 10 a.m. You literally film to about 9 p.m. at night. So it's usually like a good 12 hours. Longer than 12. It's like a 14-hour day.
Nonstop.
And it's just sitting there, and you have to have that. You have to have your brain ready to remember why you're mad. And all the questions come, and it's stressful. It's like that day alone is...
This reunion is going to be...
Yeah, I think this
brutal.
Reunion this year, guys, wow. Like,
it's going to be brutal.
Everyone, I can legit tell you... on the side, is very annoyed and very upset. Yeah. Like, this reunion is going to be something.
And it's so hard for me because, my sister's on there, my wife's on there, and it's just so stressful for me. And if somebody's fighting with my sister,
yeah, I mean, you guys are getting a little involved sometimes in the storyline with your own things this year. I don't know. I wonder if the fans, you guys let me know. Do you guys like when the house husbands get they tell you what they're feeling and they get involved a little bit in the storyline, or do you think it's a little too much? Make sure you guys let me know. Like, tell me on Instagram because I am curious about that. You guys really got into it like this season more. You're always I feel like the Jersey house husbands are the best because you guys are fun. We actually want to watch you guys without the girls in the scene. But this year, I feel like you guys took another level of you're almost taking this whole scene or two yourself.
Well, you can't get mad at us. I mean, Jen made some bullshit thing up about me, and then she admitted that it was wrong. So I was aggravated, just like you got mad. I've never seen you act that way, right?
Well, I didn't act that way. I always get up abruptly.
You know what I mean.
Here's what I am. I'm impulsive, and I admit to that. I am an impulsive girl. Even if I get upset with you, or if I get upset with a girlfriend, or if I get mad, I instantly get crazy. I stand up. I'm impulsive, but I never am going to I'm never going to go to that point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she went that point with me. She smacked me one time. Right of our friend's party.
I did not.
On Christmas party.
No, I smushed you.
You smacked me for no reason. I smushed
you. I didn't smack you. I should have smacked you. I mushed you. I think that's the right word to say.
Yeah, she pushed
me. You really pissed me off.
She pushed me in the bathroom,
then you continued to pick me up over your shoulder, and we fell over some poinsettias.
I loved it. She turned me on. It was so hot.
This guy's crazy. Like, the more mad I get at him, the happier he is. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get that. Why do you like when I get fired up?
Because it was so cute, man. She got a little jealous. She smacked me in the face.
I didn't smack you. Don't say I don't smack. I smushed you.
She smacked me in the face instead of me getting that mad and smacking her back like normal men.
Are you crazy?
I looked at her.
That's not normal men. Why would you say something so stupid?
Man, a lot of men push back and they go get mad. Yeah, some men do. Yeah,
what?
Of course they do. What do you mean they don't? What do you? Where you've been?
No, but I could see
I'm sure when you were younger, you know, whatever has happened to you. An ex-boyfriend.
That's
I don't know.
Unheard of. So
I hope
definitely not.
You know, but whatever. I did not. I looked at her. I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're
that's
so
what
hot.
happens.
It's
so annoying.
She's like, get off me. She walked outside. Then I picked her up, and I was, touching her, and we fell over these poinsettias, and we were dancing, and it was great, and you were mad at me, but I was messing with you all night, and I was videoing you. It was hot, it was sexy. You know why? Because it makes me.
If I'm
I
mad
love that
you,
she loves me so much, and she's just jealous, and she's like, "What are you doing?" It was exciting.
It's so weird. Whenever I yell at him, he gets excited. It's so strange. He's like, "Oh, what's the matter? You love me? You love me?" Like, it's weird. And I'm legit mad, and you just start giggling and laughing and kissing my face when I'm like, no, I'm mad at you right now. That is the most frustrating. Guys, if you know me, you know I love jewelry, and you know what they say, the more affordable jewelry, the more you can have, which is why I'm here to tell you about Ana Luisa Jewelry. Ana Luisa specializes in crafting high-quality jewelry at a very affordable price. They carry necklaces, earrings, bracelets, all sorts of items that you can wear to jewel up your look during the day or a night out. I love the look of their jewelry. They have these little mini huggy hoops that are so cute. They have the Elise pendant that is like simple, subtle, and extremely classy. And I even have a little M initial in my ear that I absolutely love. It's in my second hole. Plus, Ana Luisa cares about the planet. Their jewelry is carbon neutral and delivered in carbon neutral packaging. You don't have to worry about where it came from. You'll be glitzed out and guilt-free. Right now, they have a sale that is too good to be true. You can get 20% off their entire store when you go to shop.analuisa.com/Melissa. Something this incredible won't last long. Be sure to check it out today. Remember, it's shop.analuisa, ANALUISA.com/Melissa for 20% off the entire store. That's shop.analuisa.com/Melissa. And tell them Melissa sent you. Mwah! It can be tough to experience the joy of finding the perfect present when all your guy asks for is, I don't know, some shirts. I hear that from Joe all the time. Cuts designs premium clothing for men that are hard to shop for. They made a name for themselves with their simple approach to design. No loud, no obnoxious logos on any of their clothes. They've got tees, hoodies, polos, and more. All the essentials your guy needs to look sharp. Guys, Joe is absolutely hooked on these short sleeve crew neck shirts. I actually just bought some more for him. Cuts has totally revolutionized the traditional outdated t-shirt category. They make it easy to mix and match styles and colors so your man can find the perfect styles. Plus, their patented fabric won't shrink, pill, or fade over time in the wash. Make your next gift the best ever with Cuts Clothing. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/Melissa. That's CUTS clothing.com/Melissa for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Tiki and Tracy told me this too. So Tracy told me that when Tiki's the hardest person in the world to argue with. And you guys let me know out there, listeners, if you have husbands like this. So he travels a lot, right? He has to travel a lot. He's not around a lot. That's his business. And like things that'll just bother her in the marriage. So say to him like, Tiki, like, it drives me crazy. Like, you're not here for this. And I'm here with the kids. And like, where are you? And blah, blah, blah. And she said it's so hard because he always tells her she's right. He always says like, you're right, honey. I am so sorry that you feel this way. I am so sorry that this is how it is. And like, how do you argue with that when that happens?
Because if that was me and I was able to go away and that was my job and I was getting away from the wife and kids.
Wait, you could go away. You go on your little comedy tours.
No, I'm just saying. And if I was going away, and I'd be like, honey, I'm so sorry. Like, I would be like, yeah, I understand why it upsets you. And you would get more mad because I'm just being very calm and I'm just sitting there. And you're the one sitting home with the kids and like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And you get more mad because I'm being really nice. But if I fought back and we had an argument, it would kind of be a downfall for me. So I would just shut up and be exactly what Tiki does.
Yeah, Tiki just agrees with her, says he's sorry about it, but like still goes the next day because he has to, So it's like, it's one of those things like, okay, how do you fight this? They're being kind about it. They're being nice about it. They're not fighting back. So I think that's definitely a thing in relationships. Like if you have someone who doesn't fight you back, it's almost annoying. Because it's like, she's like, it's so frustrating. Like, he won't raise his voice. He won't yell. He'll literally just say, I understand that you feel this way. And I'm so sorry that you feel this way. And it's like, okay. Like, I would think I would freak, right?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
But I do know a lot of husbands that are like that they just accept what the woman is saying, what their wives are saying. And then they say, like, sorry you feel that way, but I'm still going to go to Florida tomorrow and play golf. Okay, I'll see you later.
Well, I've learned. I said this to somebody today. I said, I've learned. I used to fight back with you a lot. We used to argue when we were younger.
You used to battle me.
I used to battle her because I didn't want to hear it. But
the
now,
more I fought with you, the more you battle me back. And you wouldn't speak to me, Joe, for days.
Because you were so wrong.
Days. And I'm talking days.
You're so wrong.
I wasn't wrong. You're just a grudge holder like
I'm not
your
a grudge.
sister.
I'm not a grudge holder.
Gorgas are grudge holders.
Stop with the sister bullshit.
It's true. You guys are both grudge holders like I've never seen in my life.
Yeah, because
Were you like raised that way?
No, because what happens is when you disrespect me in a way that I'm at, I look at you like with this disgust. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to look at you. I'm mad at you. Okay? So I need my moment to just get over it. That's how I'm saying. So if we have a little argument, I don't want to fight. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to. I'm hold my grudge. So then I sit there and I say, all right, 3 days or 4 days have gone by. I'm married to this woman. What am I going to do? Fight forever? Such a settle in.
But like you would literally just be the worst. You were hard to.
Now I don't do that.
You were a tough. You were not easy. Like everyone thinks. Which one of our? It's really funny. We're going to get into these questions because the very first question is, how did Joe propose to you? Which I feel like we've told the story. But if not, we're going to tell it again. I will say this. You were not easy. When I met you at 28, right? And you were like a little tough guy. You really were. Like you didn't give in easy. You were very big on like in your brain. I know this sounds terrible, but like training me. Like I felt like you wanted to train. Like you felt like your father used to say this too. A lot of this comes from your dad because your dad used to say, when the tree gets too tall, then it starts to lean. You got to make the tree stay straight. What is that saying?
No, when the tree is young and you can bend it, when it starts growing tall and gets stronger, you can't bend it.
Right, and I feel like you got me at 24 and you were trying to bend me.
Yeah, and you needed a lot.
Over.
You listen, yeah, no, I didn't. Oh, that was funny. Look at her.
Antonia,
that was funny.
Guys, this is my life. My daughter, who is 16, just got home, and that's the one thing she just heard.
Yeah,
I said, bend me over, and she just made a face like she just ran up the stairs like, get me out of here. I have crazy parents.
It's all right. We're married. What's she going to do?
Thank God. That was pretty G-rated for her to hear. But
that was you doing
She just happened to walk by doing that.
I'm rubbing off on her. I'm rubbing off on you.
I'm just saying, it was like it was kind of funny.
But honestly, listen, when I met you, you were a lot younger than me. I had my stuff. I was put together. I really was. Come on, let's be honest.
I also was put together. I was graduating college to be a teacher.
Look, you were a lot younger. It's okay. Listen,
I'm 5 years younger than you.
I'm not trying to
act. You were the older man.
Right. I'm not trying to act like I was better than you. I'm not. I was just more mature in many ways. I was running a business. I built a home already.
Yeah.
I knew what I wanted. So did I have to not train you? I had to just say, listen, these are the right ways in life. Because I could have been
How do you know? I think I taught you everything you know, though. That's the funny part.
Come on, I've taught you more. You can admit it. It's
No. I've definitely, you've taught me a lot about, I would say, I taught you how to be like organized and neat and like run life. You taught me like
run life.
Yeah, you need me bad. Like you do not know your ass. From
you
your
are
elbow.
the most organized person, which I will give you that.
Thank you. Like I pay all the bills. I handle everything.
Well, I gave that to you because that's what you wanted.
It wouldn't be done if you did it.
No, I gave you the bills. because I made you feel important.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I
love
and you,
paying all the bills. How important do I feel?
No, and you wanted to know more, and you wanted to be involved.
No, I'm just a smart go-getter organization.
No, but you wanted to. I think you wanted to be involved, and you like to know everything that goes on. Like, she's a digger, guys.
No, I need to know where everything is in the house. Like,
if you got
$5,
if you got $5, she's like, "Where's that $5?" And she wants to know about it. If you got this account over here, she wants to know about it. She wants to know everything. So that's why she jumped on like handling my bills, and then I gave it to her. I didn't care. Most guys,
I also
want you to know everything. I don't hide anything from you, but that's what makes a good marriage. I wanted you to be involved and know what was going on and be a part of me. And I wanted you when I had it all, and you were like this little girl that didn't have much. Let's talk about that, right? No, and I had the money in the business, in the house, and the cars, and all that. And I wanted you to feel important. I never made you feel like beneath me. Never.
Well, no. Why would you? I was a girl who just graduated college. I was working 3 jobs. I was a go-getter. Like for me, if I would have married someone my age, right?
Yeah.
I would have married someone on my level that was also just graduating college, and we were working together to buy a house or whatever. But I had met someone 5 years older, so you were already established, and I was just graduating college, getting myself together.
But let me explain what I mean about that. So, because there's a lot of women that meet men out there and men that meet women, because there's women that are more successful than men, and they pull that power trip. How many times that we go out to dinner with our friends that we knew people that we meet, and the man always kind of like belittles the wife, right? And he says, I make the money, and I do this, and I do that, and they take control, and they control them with money. I've never done that with you. That's what I'm trying to say. No. I look down on people that do that.
There's a lot of men that if they're making the money, then they like to control the money.
Right.
But that would never fly with me.
But so to me, it would fly with you. If I acted that way, you wouldn't have done it. But I didn't.
I'm in the need to know. I need to know where it is, how it is, what's going on. Is it everything's being done right? Like, that's what I like.
I look at it this way. A successful man that is successful money-wise and power, and he meets a woman and he gives her the success with him, and vice versa. That's what makes a real person, like a man. But if you sit there and you act, and I dominate you with money, and I act that way, that sucks. You're beneath everyone else. I don't respect people like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get it. Yeah, I have a similar story in a different aspect. When I got on the Housewives, I secretly knew, because we had been married for 5 years, I knew that when I got on the Housewives, I had to do it like a Melissa and Joe thing opposed to a Melissa thing. And I did. I very much so did that. Just because I knew the type of relationship that we had, and we kind of always like rolled together on everything. And I knew, because Caroline Manzo said to me, like, are you sure you're ready for this? I know the kind of husband you have. You're going to be traveling a lot. They pull you out of the house a lot. I don't know if Joe's going to like this. And I remember her telling me that alone one time before I even started filming. And she had said, like, I don't know, your husband's going to go crazy type of thing.
Right.
And when I got on the show, I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm going to take Joe with me to every event. I'm going to make it a Melissa and Joe thing. Like, when I went into the scene, I'd be like, oh, Joe can film with me too. Like, I very much so kept you a part of it definitely for the first like 3-4 years.
Well, let's talk about something. If you didn't,
besides
right?
the fact that it's your sister, so it's like it's a natural thing because your sister's on the show and like whatever.
Right. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Tiki and Tracy. Tiki Barber was an NFL player, right? And he got all this attention, and she's just a normal housewife with kids. So she goes, and he goes out and he travels, and he's got all the success, and she feels belittled or whatever, right? But he tries to make her a part of it. If you don't, there'll be no relationship, because most of these famous people that are out there by themselves, they're not married, or they have multiple women or men, or it's a tough world. So if, like I said, I was successful and I made you a part of my life, right? Same thing, vice versa. If you don't do that, you cannot have a successful marriage. Yeah. Because then you're selfish.
No, I think we can't say that completely. I think there's definitely things in life that just have to be mine and things that just have to be yours. For instance, your buildings, even though they're financially mine, they're really yours. That's your thing. You run every day. Yeah. You run your buildings. You have your secretaries that I don't deal with, right? You have your people. You deal with your realtors. You do that thing, right? Envy is mine. You don't really have anything to do with envy.
I don't do
you know what I
anything with
mean?
envy.
But there's definitely certain
But that's different. That's work, honey. That's work. I'm talking about, you can't be this successful person, and forget about fame, because there's not a lot of people out there with fame. We have fame. But let's say if I'm this successful businessman and I just say to you, I make the money. I do this because of me, because of this, because of that.
There's plenty of relationships out there.
That do that. That is selfish as a person that is in success. If you are a successful man, and you belittle your partner, that is sad. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, no, I agree. And I think that's immediately taking there's no I in team. So in other words, you're immediately separating yourselves. You're already putting a point against you because you're not being together with it, right?
So that's what I'm trying to say. So when you're a successful person and you're really successful and you meet somebody, you make them feel just like you, and you'll have a great relationship. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't try to.
Do you think that you and I met at? Well, that's our children screaming in the background. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships take work, especially the most important one you can have in your life, your relationship with yourself. A lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat other people well. But how often do we give ourselves the same treatment? If you're like me, you're always running around taking care of others, whether that's kids, your mom, your husband, whoever. But I truly know I'm at my best when I focus on taking care of myself also. So this month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you that you matter just as much as everyone else does. And therapy is a great way to make sure you show up for yourself. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have been using BetterHelp Online Therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Melissa Gorga On Display listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Gorga. That's BetterHelp.com/Gorga. This is the time of year we want to come out of our houses. Spring is in the air and summer is right around the corner. Smooth is always in season, guys. This spring, maintain your wax regimen and keep your self-care going strong with the experts at European Wax Center. European Wax Center are the experts in waxing for everyone. When you visit European Wax Center, you get the best by the best. The certified wax specialists are expertly trained in prepping, protecting, and pampering your skin. The European Wax Center online booking system makes getting a reservation simple and straightforward. You can also use the European Wax Center app to book your waxing service. I'm big on self-care, and to me, booking a moment of self-care is like its own little spring break. European Wax Center provides personalized consultations, enhanced health and hygiene measures, and you can trust the pros to provide you with a comfortable experience. Take a real spring break and book yourself a moment of smooth at European Wax Center. Make a reservation today. Your first wax is free. Do you think that you and I met at the perfect age, or do you think the perfect age? Well, I mean, for you, you were 30, and I feel like you did what they're doing now, which is like 30. I didn't. So do you think I was too young, or what do you feel? Because most girls now aren't getting engaged until 30. Well, I was 24, 25.
Well, now it's changed. I think if you sat down, a lot of the girls and the women out there, they would want to be in love earlier. They just they don't find that right guy. And guys, I believe, don't want to commit so soon today.
Mm-mm.
No?
Right.
Yeah. So the guys, and they want to split the bill, and they want to make the women. I hear that all the time. Like, hey, we went on a date and he wanted me to split the bill, and I'm like, wow. But that's the new wave. So I think you, when I met you, was the right age. I don't think you were too young. I mean, I really don't. You were fine.
Speaking of getting together at a young age, one of our listener questions, which I want to start taking some of them, is how did Joe propose? So we want to answer that.
Oh my God!
Do you remember how you proposed?
Do I?
Oh my God! Don't get all weird on us now. I think I should tell this story. Let me start.
It was amazing the way I proposed.
I mean, it was cute. It was my birthday, so it was my 25th birthday. So that's why I say we met at 24, but it was my 25th birthday. And as a gift for me, you said for your birthday, I'm going to send you to a day at the spa. So you sent me to
full day of beauty.
Yes, it was like a spa day. So it was like you sent me actually to the Short Hills Hilton, which had a really nice spa there. So you said to me, I got a room too. I'm going to work all day. And then it's not there anymore, but there was a great restaurant there at the Short Hills Hilton. Had a great restaurant. Yeah. So you told me you're going to go for the day. You have a nail appointment. You have a massage. You have
facial, all that
facial,
stuff.
I think, a blow dry for your hair. And you're going to spend the full day. And you told me when you go in the room to change, and then we'll go to dinner and we'll stay at the hotel that night, right?
Yeah.
So when I
got her a room. I got her a room at the hotel. She went all day. She went and changed in a room. So go ahead.
Yeah. So then I was doing all of my stuff, doing the nails, doing the hair, just like kind of spending a spa day by myself because I thought that's what my boyfriend bought me for my birthday. And then
at that moment, did you think I was going to,
I'll be honest with you. There was one point when I was getting a massage on the table and I was like, I don't know. Like, do you think tonight in this restaurant, he's going to like get on his knee tonight? Like there was one moment that I thought that, and I asked the lady working on me, I'm like, yeah, like, is anyone going to get engaged or anything here? And she just looked at me funny.
So there you go. So now you were 24.
Well, it was my 25th birthday.
You just turned 25, right? And you're doing that, and you're thinking that of getting engaged, right? Because that's what a girl.
Well, because you and I were very we moved in together fast. We moved in together after.
But that doesn't.
2 months. I moved in with you.
I know, but you as don't forget about me. You as a 24.
No, I wanted
girl.
it. I wanted to get married.
Right.
No babies.
At that point, you were going out, and you were like that hot girl in the club.
I was a club girl.
Because you were. She was like, she was in this club all the time. We used to go to these clubs too. I went too, but she was like this hot thing in a club, and I was one of those hot guys.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he had to add that in. You were not a club guy, so take that part out.
But so she was out there, and she was doing her thing. She was having fun. She was going out, and there were, these clubs all night, and all the attention, and so. What I'm trying to say is you were living life. You were having fun.
I went to the tunnel. I went to the sound factory. I went to Exit. I'm just throwing it back for any of my listeners who have been to these clubs. Hunka Bunka. Where Temptations. Like, where's all my Jersey people at?
Dancins. Remember Dancins? Temptations. Yeah, Temps. Joey's in
Clifton.
All
but
those.
Anyway, to make a long story short.
So you were out there having a great time, getting hit on. You were like living the life, and you were thinking to be married, right?
No, I wanted to get married because I had everything else. I was going to college. I was good. Like I wasn't thinking I'm too young to get married. No, I never thought of that. Right. I'm looking at it now saying, maybe I did that a little too young.
Right.
Just because if
you think?
Because I kind of get the whole like.
Why? What else would you? Like,
you become
this is what makes me laugh.
You get your own shit together. You make your own money first, and then you look for a man. You know who you are more at 30 than who you are when you're 24.
Oh, so did you make a mistake?
No, I did not. Thank God.
So, but you're smart now. You're in your 40s.
I made a good decision. But hold on, you swayed off this question of the proposal.
But wait, let's go back to that. I want to go back to that. So now, wait. No, you as a girl that's in 25 and then she's 30 today, right? Right. Because now every 30-year-old we meet, most of them.
Hold
I'm not going to say.
Joey's calling me. Yes, Joey.
When's my wrestling dinner? Like what time?
We have to leave in 10 minutes, so get home.
Hurry up.
Yeah, call her right now. She was on her way to get you. She might be there already.
Oh, she's not here.
Call her, okay? Call her phone.
So most of the 30-year-olds that we do meet, real quick, 30-year-olds, they want to meet a man. They always say, "Find a man for me."
Yeah, they
want
do.
A man.
Everyone we meet, yeah, because I think 30 is the age when everyone, well, especially girls, start to think their biological clock is ticking. It's time to start making babies. So I think that happens. But hold on, we're swaying off the whole. We always do this. We could go all day, right? Yeah. So I'm going through the whole day, right? I finish all of my services. I had the massage. I got the blowout. So yeah, basically I called Joe and I'm like, listen, my services are done. Everything's done. Like, what time are you going to come meet me so we can go to dinner? And he's like, oh, I'm running late. Like, and which is so typical of him. He's like, just get dressed, do what you got to do. Like, I'm running late. I'm still at work. I'll call you when I'm driving over. And I was like, okay. And I hung up the phone with him and then opened my hotel room door, and he was in there in the hotel room.
Dark. It was all dark.
Well, no, you had flowers all over the floor, and you were on your knee.
I was sitting on the other side, right?
Yeah.
On my knee. There was rose petals everywhere, all over the floor, roses all over the bed.
Yeah, and you were on your knees. So you did shock me because I truly believed that you were running late and that you were going to come later and we're going to go to dinner. But he was really in the room on his knee, so it was really, really cute. And then we did go to dinner that night. So I couldn't. I remember not even being able to focus.
How did I propose to you?
Mushy, honey.
How did I propose?
Like typical people propose. Will you marry me?
Is that what I just said? I can't remember.
Joe, how did you plan that? Did anyone help you
Nobody
decide how to do that?
No, you know me. I'm a romantic guy. I don't. Now I might ask somebody a little because of our busy schedules and your crazy life too. So I'm like, all right, man. I would have done something really nice. For your birthday now, but I'm waiting for, give me an open day so we could do something. I wanted to, actually, you know what? I couldn't remember. It was the Short Hilton. I wanted to go back to that for your birthday now. I wanted to go to the same spot.
If it's still there, all of that, but we have to find out.
I asked Dawn to find out for me. She was, she said it's just the Hilton. It's the Hilton, right?
Yeah, the Short Hills Hilton.
That's where I wanted to go and do our all-day spa day. Reenact it.
Okay, we have another question from a listener. It says, you two have an incredible relationship. You seem to have so much fun together. You always make each other laugh, but also always knowing when things are serious and your spouse needs support. You operate on an amazing team. Well, thank you. It says, what is your dating advice for a middle-aged person looking to meet someone funny? Well, I think first I will say, laughing is huge. You can't be with someone that you're not that you don't laugh at, right? I mean, let's take Kim and Pete, for example. I'm just saying, they all say he's just such a funny guy, Pete Davidson. They say he's so funny and because if he's not I don't know. They say he's a really funny guy. So I think laughing is definitely a huge part of attraction, don't you?
I always made you laugh.
You did. You did always make me laugh.
Right? We always had.
I feel like though you get on this flow of the same 7 things and then you forget you told me already and then you tell me again.
Yeah.
You do that, definitely. But anyway, let's give advice for a middle-aged person looking to meet someone funny. It's hard to find someone funny. I definitely think that when you're dating and you're talking to people, it has to be intriguing to you. You can't just be there to be there. I feel like there's got to be a reason. There's got to be wait,
what was the question? Let me think about this question.
The question is, what is your dating advice for a middle-aged person looking to meet someone funny?
You someone funny?
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's hard. I mean, unless the guy's funny or the girl's funny.
That this person is saying that opposed to someone hot because the personality will take you. You never dated a girl before you met me, obviously. That was not so gorgeous in your eyes, not so hot, but her personality made her hot.
Yes, I have.
I'm saying, have you ever?
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I've definitely dated guys when I was younger that weren't typically what I would look for, looks wise, but soon as they would talk to me, I was very attracted.
Yep.
So I'm
But does that die?
No, I think the looks die.
You do?
Oh yeah, the looks can die. The personality's there,
I think in just now as we've been together 17 years, whatever, and we're getting older. I it's all about personality. It's all about I can hang out with you. Who cares what you look like? Because I've eaten at that restaurant 6,000 times already, and it gets kind of like played out in a way. If you think about that, right?
I think it's not, because you do say this to me a lot, so we can give this advice. It's not so much about, even let's make it about you and I, or how hot you think I am. Sometimes you're very intrigued by little things like, wow, I love how you dress. You'll say to me, like, that can turn you on. Little things like that, like, oh, I love how she puts her hair like that, or like you'll say to me, like, oh, you always look so cute in those little outfits you put on, like things like that, where it's not even my physical features, it's more of like the things I do that will attract you.
But you know what else attracts me the most, honestly? Just a sweet, when you're sweet and you're cool and you're cute and just nice. I mean, that is the most hottest thing.
Is the most hot thing.
Like I think a man loves like a woman to take care of him and say nice things and know how to treat a man. That's the hottest. You don't even have to be hot. You just a girl that can know how to treat a guy. That's friggin' hot.
Let's talk health for a minute, because there's nothing more important than taking care of yourself. If you're not feeling your best, you can't be your best. Sambucol helps you feel your best by supporting your immune system with premium black elderberry. Sambucol is the original black elderberry brand, so you know you're getting immune support you can trust. They have these gummies that you can take every morning to make sure you can keep doing what you need to do. These gummies taste so good, guys. They're so easy to incorporate into your daily wellness routine. And because they taste so good, a lot of people take them as a morning treat with their coffee so they can just get their day started off right. Sambucol has a ton of other formats to choose from, including syrups, drink powders, tablets, capsules, and more. They even have products for kids and babies, too. You can help support your entire family's immune system with Sambucol. Use code Melissa and get 15% off your order of $9.99 or more at sambucolusa.com. That's SAMBUCOLUSA.com. Code Melissa to get 15% off your order of $9.99 or more.
I'm Jenny Molin, and Third Wheel is an absolute must-listen this week with none other than Heather and Terry Dubrow.
I remember my mom saying when I got into med school, she goes, oh, girls are really going to like you now. And it wasn't really true. And then I got into general surgery program. She goes, oh, girls love surgeons. It wasn't really true. And then she said to me, when I got into plastic surgery at UCLA, she goes, oh, girls love plastic surgery. And finally it was true.
Finally. So listen to and follow Third Wheel with me, Jenny Molin, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podcast One, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
But then again, I know a lot of guys out there, okay, who have these amazing women who treat them like kings and golds, but they're not sexually attracted to them. So you cannot say that. Because we know it. We see it all the time.
Here's where you're wrong. They're amazing in certain ways, but they lack in other things. You understand? Not looks. They lack in other things.
No, I'm talking about the attraction. So we can't judge looks, right? Because to each their own. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I'm the one that talks to the guys, so I'm going to tell you what it is.
No, because sometimes they have this girl, and they're like, she cooks for me, she cleans for me.
Yeah, but she's lacking something else.
Right, she folds all my clothes, but like I'm not attracted to her.
Not that she's not. No.
Yes, they're not attracted.
They're not.
They could care less to ever touch them, but they're such a good partner.
No, because they're lacking other things that man needs, not even looks. There's so many.
Like what? Give me something.
I don't want to say it like that. Like
what? Boobs?
No, not boobs. No, it's like they might disrespect them in different ways, and they give them a hard time in different things. You might come home and they'll cook and clean and do everything else, but then they disrespect you in other ways, and then it's a turn off.
I get what you're saying, like a turn off because they are a nag. Say, for instance, they're nagging, or they're either a nag or they could be messy, right? That could drive you crazy. Listen. Someone who's messy, someone who has an attitude, someone who works too much. I mean, one of the questions was, which I'm going to answer this. I feel like this had a negative tone to it.
Here's the biggest thing with a man. I'm going to get to that. Just the biggest thing to a man is just chillness, happiness, cool. A guy just want to be cool with you, and that's it. Like if you sat there and you could look as hot as hell and you could cook me dinner and take care of my, but you nag at me every day. Oh my God. You know, but yeah, go on to your next question.
I got it. You always have to elaborate like
yeah, I had to get
4 minutes longer.
I had to get that. I wanted to make sure people know it's important.
He likes to elaborate completely as to bring it back.
That's so important.
One question somebody asked me is like, why do you work? How? I think maybe the question was, how do you work so much? Like, aren't you supposed to be a housewife? And I feel like that I can't really tell, but it felt like it had almost like a negative tone to it a little bit. And the truth is, I do both in every which way I possibly can, to the point where like soon as I get home from work, I'm literally barely putting my bag down while I'm like pulling things out to help make dinner and pull the salad out and like ordering chairs for the new house that we're building. And then like literally like for instance, tonight I worked all day. I went to Envy. I'm here. I'm doing the podcast. And then I'm about to dress my boys to go to a wrestling dinner because we have to go to the family wrestling dinner tonight. So I am a housewife and I work, and there is a way to like put it all together. And if you're, it's not easy. I will say that, but I am a housewife. I do both. And that's really the truth.
But I love that about that. That's a turn on, right? Because you're not lazy and just laying around and shopping and just wasting your time. That's a turn on for a man because you're a go-getter and you're doing it, right? But also that keeps you busy in life and it keeps you going. So, when you're on the move and you're doing all these things and you feel like you're not tired because I got to go here. I got to get up. I got to go to the gym. Then I got to go here. Then I got to go here. Then I got to do this.
Sometimes
then I got to come
get
home.
Exhausted and cranky.
Of course,
sometimes I do.
But I do too. It's life. But if you didn't think about it, you didn't have all that.
When we're done with this, right? Who's gonna run upstairs and dress the boys in a decent outfit? You or me?
You.
Right. And then I have to dress myself, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you get the relief, I will say, of when you're home, and you kind of drop everything and you get like you have dinner and you watch your shows and like. But like I don't, because the emails come to me from the teacher, like if he didn't do his homework, and I'm going to be like, get your homework. So my brain, I have to be honest, truly does not shut off until like I drop.
But no disrespect, my days are much harder than yours, hon.
Well,
they are. They'll blow yours away. So you have to do that. I can't come home and I can't handle it.
Well, I do it.
I would, my days are way different.
No, I know you work hard. I'm not saying that you don't, but it's
but
just crazy because I'm like, okay, you'll go upstairs and get yourself ready. I'll get the boys ready first. So to answer your question, I'm both.
And you know what she does wrong? Here's what you do wrong. You'll late night all night. You'll be on your emails and you're working still, which is wrong. There has to be
like
a time.
I'll watch the show that we want to watch while I'm answering emails and picking from line sheets for Envy.
Yeah, and that's not fun for me because you're still working. You need to shut it down. You need to know how to take your day at 7 a.m. and shut it down at 7 p.m.
Okay, well, changing subjects a little bit, I want to discuss something because we do have to go to a wrestling dinner in a little bit, so we need to wrap it up. But we need to talk about the news that just broke about an hour ago. Did you hear this, Joe? The Real Housewives of New York City, Bravo TV, is getting a reboot. Okay, so it says they're basically going to launch, they're getting rid of the first cast, like the originals, and they're totally revamping the Real Housewives of New York.
Ramona, Luann.
I don't know. I don't think they're, I'm trying to read it a little bit. I don't think that they're actually saying they're letting individuals go, but it seems like it says they're going to reboot and recast the series, most likely from scratch.
Wow,
which would mean like no Ramona, no Luann, which would be crazy because they are like staples. And Sonia, what about Sonia? I mean, I have all different thoughts about this. I never want to see any of my girls, because I love all of them, lose their jobs. Because I know it's become a piece of these ladies. Although I do feel there is a show for them still, whether it be like, we don't want to see them go completely, like whether it be on Peacock or like just them together. And if we're going to revamp New York City, like I want to see like those maybe I want to see like some like young business moms with like toddlers this time, and see like the other side of New York City, that they're like fighting to get their kid in the high end school, right? Because Housewives is supposed to be about affluent. I think I'd be able to say it right.
Women.
Housewives is supposed to be about like affluent. That's how it always used to be, like ladies and like, you know, rich people problems, like which Bentley do I drive today, like Lisa Vanderpump with like diamonds and champagne. Like that's how Housewives originated, you know, that's how it was meant to be.
Right.
So if they got back to that with kind of like young rich New York, or like working moms, like publicists and like people in the fashion industry, and like I don't know, very like Gossip Girl / like I don't know. I don't think it could be the worst thing, but I definitely don't want to see like my Luann and my Ramona and the Staples go. I would love to see them do something together, you know? And then if they're going to recast and revamp New York City, well then that's kind of what I would want to see them do, because we saw all of New York housewives were never really married women. They were always more like Sex in the City, dating guys, dating the same guy, kissing the same guy.
Weren't they all married and divorced?
Well, they were all divorced, right? But nobody was really married. We never really see families on New York City. We saw like divorced ladies.
But didn't they all start married on the show, and then they got divorced through the show, right?
One or two of them, but most of them, right, like Ramona.
Yeah.
We knew Mario, and we watched her get her divorce, and then there was Jill Zarin, and then
he died.
You know, and then Luann, I think came. We watched her get married for like a day or something on the show, for real. Like there was a whole thing. So. I don't know how I feel about this. I wonder how the fans are feeling. I feel like Andy is trying to say that he is doing what the fans are asking for. So.
Everything comes to an end.
Let me know what you think about this, guys. But just another shout out of love to the Real Housewives of New York City. You guys have put Bravo on the map as well. Everyone has always loved to watch you guys. I wish you guys all the absolute best. I love you all. You're all so fun and spunky and spontaneous. And I've had so many good times, especially on Girls Trip with Luann and Ramona. So I love you guys. I wish you nothing but success. We know you're not going anywhere, though. We're going to see so much more of you. I'm actually going to be talking to Luann on the podcast very soon. So I'm very excited about that. So that's it. That's all the time we have for today.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. We're going to have to bring you back again so we can gossip some more, but I have to go on to housewife duties now. No pun intended.
Okay. It was great. It was great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You're just so amazing.
Thank you for being here.
This is like the most amazing thing to come on your podcast. I mean, it's a privilege.
I feel like it's a little time for you to come and just like call me out on whatever you want to call me out on.
Next time.
Okay.
I'll call you out. You're done.
All right, guys. Love and peace to all of you. I promise we were going to answer more questions on the next episode that I have Joe. We just like go off on a tangent, but I feel like, you know, we had some good conversation today.
It was great.
Antonia, say hi to everybody before we leave. Antonia came back into the room. Say hi.
Hi.
Tell everyone how you're a 16-year-old girl who loves your mother. Tell everybody, come here. Where'd you just get back from? Because everybody's worried about your knee, and tell everyone that you're doing well.
I just got back from training tumbling classes.
What kind of flips were you just doing?
I was doing folds and backflips.
Wow.
And all
See, guys, if you tear your ACL, she's back in the gym. She's back working out. So we're very
proud
excited.
of you because you never gave up.
Antonia, tell everybody thank you for the love and support, because she got so many DMs, guys, about being strong and getting through it. So tell everybody, honey.
Thanks for all the love and support.
And thanks. Listen, I have to thank myself that you took after Daddy and you just keep going and you never gave up, baby. Yes, right.
Oh my God, he wants the credit for everything. All
I
right,
love
guys,
you, baby
thank you
girl.
so much. We love you all, and we
Love
will
you.
talk to you soon. Peace out.
Peace.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.